1. Introduction and how to use this book. Have you ever heard that employers take only seconds to decide whether they'll hire you or not in a job interview? There is some dispute about this data, but I have been on the other end of the spectrum and can affirm that it takes only seconds to at least decide if it's a maybe yes or a probably no. Seconds. That's even before the candidate opens their mouth. Why do you think that is? Clothes? Do people really dress that differently for job interviews? Facial expression, maybe. Body language? Close. Do you want to know what the interviewers really check? Vibe. Your energy. And yeah, it translates in facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. Things that make a difference in an interview according to every single expert. Now, really, do you think you can control and watch your expression, body language, and tone of voice while answering questions and sounding natural? I'd say a little bit, sure. You can avoid wringing your hands, for example, but you definitely can't control your micro expressions and your tone of voice. How then can you present yourself well in a job interview? Well, you need to work on your energy, on your thoughts, on your mind. That's one of the things this book is going to help you with. See, maybe you were thinking this was some kind of nonsensical hocus pocus, when in fact, taking care of your energy makes more sense than trying to be aware of your body language. Of course, it helps not to cross your arms, for example, but facial expressions are really hard to fake. If you feel you are not capable of doing the job, if you feel unworthy, if you feel you're not up to the task, the interviewer will know. Maybe you can be lucky that other candidates also have the same fears, but it's better not to count on that. Do your part. Shine. Improve your chances by 99%, and then you'll see the results. So that's one component of this book. Getting you in the right vibe to ace interviews, to get hired, for people to notice you even in your current job. There's another component. Getting in the right vibe to align with good opportunities, with opportunities that are right and positive. Your focus determines your reality. If you focus on improving your life, on finding a place where you can contribute, where you can use your natural talents, and where you can grow, chances are that the opportunities will show up. So this book should help you shift your focus, gain confidence, and find the job that's going to be good for you. And the final component is feeling calm and confident. Sometimes looking for work can be nerve-wracking, especially when you really need it. Changing your vibration will help you deal with the between jobs period more easily, feeling happier and calmer. We'll work with guided meditations and visualizations and some other exercises. Read the book in order and don't skip any exercises. It's fine if you binge read it and do everything in one day, but then later, come back to some of the exercises and do them again. The idea behind guided meditations and visualizations is that they'll work on your subconscious. It's like taking a shortcut and healing where you need the most. This is a huge difference from just doing affirmations or reading positive books, since with meditations, we'll go much deeper. Guided meditations usually go deeper than visualizations, but for this book, there isn't a lot of difference, so I might use the terms interchangeably. For the meditations or visualizations, ideally you should close your eyes and listen to them. But if you're reading the book, it's fine just to read it and follow along. Once you're comfortable with them, you can lie down or sit down and do them on your own, the way you remember them. This book starts working on your overall energy. It's because it's important and because it's likely where you'll face less resistance. Just tackling affirmations or visualizations about getting a job won't help as much if you're not in an open state of mind. Why a job? I imagine many of you have picked up this book because you're job hunting, right? Or maybe you have your eyes set on a specific job or company or even an interview lined up. Some of you, however, might just be thinking about prosperity and maybe stumbled onto it by accident. And the question would be, why focus your energy on a job instead of your own business, for example? I think working for other people can help you learn new skills, socialize, and it can be fun. Other than that, a job can sometimes be the opportunity to use your talent. If you're an airline pilot, for example, of course you could open your own business, but you might also want to work for a good airline. Companies provide an already established organization, some stability, and benefits that can be interesting. Sometimes a job can also be the sources of income while you work on your own projects. There are many reasons why it's nice to work for other people, why it's nice to contribute to other people's businesses, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It can be a good short-term or even long-term goal. 2. Activating feelings of prosperity. I want you to feel better right away and to understand how the exercises in this book can help you. So we'll jump straight into a guided visualization. The first visualization we'll do is about feeling more prosperous. It's a visualization that can change your life in so many ways. It's good to do it in a period of job search because sometimes we feel scared. We feel a sense of lack, and this is not good. This visualization will help with those feelings. We'll do a lot of visualizations in this book, and we'll learn a lot of techniques, but many of them will be similar to this first visualization. This visualization can help you before a job interview, since you'll have a more positive energy. It can also help you be inspired to find and attract better jobs, since it's about improving your vibration. This is about feeling provided for, trusting source, feeling abundance. Sometimes we have feelings of lack, that there isn't enough, and this meditation can help you get rid of them. This visualization will help you feel prosperity, and if you just ace this shift in your energy, you'll see a lot of difference right away. For the first time, you should sit at a comfortable place and put your arms up or lie down and close your eyes. Once you're good at activating the feelings of prosperity, you can do this in other situations, like when you're on the bus or car to an interview, or even in a waiting room. We'll also derive other exercises from this, but let's do this one first. 3. Sunlight visualization for prosperity. Sit or lie down comfortably and pay attention to your breath, how the air comes in and out slowly. Now think about the sun. See how it brings life to earth. See a plant growing, absorbing its energy. For humanity, the sun is an infinite source of energy. Always giving, giving, giving. So much energy. Imagine now that the sun is love and prosperity. Imagine the sun embracing the earth in a loving energy, like a parent. See its rays bathing the earth with life. Feel these rays as prosperity. Feel how the sun is always there. Now, feel that you're being bathed in this light. It doesn't matter where you are or if it's night. There's still some warmth from the sun somewhere around you. The sun is still shining on earth. Feel that you're being bathed in this light. Feel that this is a light of love. Feel bathed and secure in this light of love. Feel deeply loved, deeply appreciated. Feel that you're being provided for. Relax in this light, in this love, in this abundance. If you believe in something greater, feel that this is the light of God or the universe. Feel how it's shining on you, protecting you, inspiring you. Feel that this light is prosperity. Now feel that you are breathing in this light. Your breath in and out. There's pleasure in giving prosperity and love back to the universe. This is prosperity and love from the universe. This is infinite power from the universe. It's coming into your lungs like sparkly energy, and from there to your entire body. This brilliant, loving, positive, prosperous energy is spreading from your chest to your entire body. It's all so around you. Continue breathing in and out this positive, brilliant, loving, powerful energy. See how you're interacting with your environment, how you're provided for. Feel this magnificent energy coming in and out. Feel loved, protected, secure. Feel powerful, feel prosperous, feel loving. Relax and enjoy this energy in you. Feel it purifying your thoughts. How your thoughts get more inspired, sharper, more positive. Feel it in your face. Feel this energy relaxing and purifying your facial muscles, your skin. Feel how this energy penetrates in your face, how your face becomes radiating with love and prosperity. Feel it in your throat. Feel how it makes your voice come out nicer. How it inspires you to communicate better. How it cleans and purifies your throat, your words, your voice. Feel how your vocal cords become brilliant. Feel how relaxed they are. Now feel this energy in your shoulders. Your shoulders relax. Your arms and hands become brilliant. Now feel this energy in your chest, in your heart. Feel how it makes your heart relax, expand. Any knots are being healed. Feel then this energy in your back, torso, hips, legs, feet. Feel how brilliant you are. Just relax and feel this energy in and around you. Enjoy the feeling of protection. Now, just breathe. Imagine you're breathing this energy. It's there. You're receiving it. It's there. Just feel the pleasure of being provided for. Feel nurtured in this energy. Enjoy the feeling of bathing in this wonderful energy. Enjoy this feeling. Open your eyes. Feel how this energy is still with you. Feel how brilliant you are, how protected you are. Feel how you're connected with infinite prosperity. How do you feel? 4. Activating feelings of love. Twice now I remember asking interviewers what they were looking for and got a similar answer, which I'll never forget. The interviewer said, "We're looking for someone who can be a good colleague. Anyone can learn how to do the work, but not everyone is someone we can get along with." More recently, I've asked that same question. The answer? We are a large group here, and we want a good colleague. Okay, you may say, but there are some jobs where skill is super important, right? I guess. Still, imagine you have two people who are just as competent. Who do they pick? The one who seems like a nicer person? When hiring, they're not hiring only your abilities and skills, but they are hiring you as a person. Depending on the size of the team, it means that they'll have to spend a huge part of their lives near you. So they want someone likable, right? This is important to remember. Not that you should try to impress and seem nicer, but remember to be kind and that it's about people. It's real people hiring, and they're hiring you as a whole person, not only your skills and experiences. In fact, the interview is all about checking out if you seem to be someone likable. But being likable is not about things you say, smiling, or superficial stuff like that. There's an easier, more powerful way to make us connect with people, which is by activating a feeling of love. Love for humanity. Love for ourselves. Feelings of love, not romantic love, but a bigger, broader kind of love, tend to make us immediately more likable. A person with a loving heart who appreciates others is a nicer person. And it can affect life in many ways. Love is the most powerful emotion in the universe, and loving feelings can help you achieve many things. Well, there's another reason love is important. Many of us have felt unlovable or unworthy at least in part of our lives. This feeling of unworthiness can affect our abilities to perceive our own value. By activating feelings of love, we can shift this vibration. We'll work on a heart-healing meditation. We all carry pains, feelings of rejection, fears, feelings of unworthiness, hurt, grief, anger, you name it. Some of these feelings can come from work or school, where you might have felt unappreciated, rejected, disrespected, etc. These accumulated negative feelings can impact our ability to interact with other people and on our overall vibration. It can cause us to perceive interactions in a more negative light than they actually are, which in turn makes us react negatively, creating a negative cycle. Healing the heart and activating feelings of love can help make us better people, better colleagues, better professionals, and improve our vibration so that we have excellent chances to be hired and even to be promoted. It also makes us happier. Imagine that your heart is soft, but bright. Some experiences have caused it to be hurt. From fear of having it hurt again, you encase it in a mental enclosure. The problem is that now the heart is always hurt. Sometimes instead of a negative enclosure, it forms knots, like allowing some accumulated negative feelings to take a physical form there. These knots block your natural light from spreading and hurts the heart too. Imagine that it's this light that protects you. Not only that, this light illuminates the world, other people, and helps you attract good experiences and opportunities. So it's very important not to block it. So that's what we'll do now. A meditation to heal your heart and allow its wonderful light to shine without blocks. Now you might be thinking that this is great in case you're ready for a job interview, as it will improve your vibration. But you might be wondering if it's useful if you're only looking for work. Well, improving your energy allows you to find better opportunities, and it's a better state of mind to write applications or to answer the random call from a prospective employer. It helps a lot, and it helps you attract better opportunities if you believe in the law of attraction. If you're in line with love, you'll attract loving, positive opportunities. Before we start, I want you to think about a moment where you felt loving or loved. It can be a good childhood memory with one of your parents, for example, as long as there are no other negative feelings disrupting it. If you have a child, you can remember a moment when your child was a baby, looking in their eyes. That moment of connection. If you have a pet, you might have felt love when looking in their eyes. It's that feeling that warms your heart. Try to think about this feeling. Take your time. Just recall that feeling relaxing your chest. I also want you to feel love for humanity. Think about something that warms your heart. A mother with her child. Someone doing an act of kindness. A moment when the entire world was touched by the fate of strangers. Something that reminds us that we are connected and that there is love connecting us. This is a good feeling. Got it? Good. If you need more time, take your time. You need to feel something warm in your chest, comforting. We'll use it in our next meditation and in other meditations as well. This is a little similar to the previous visualization for prosperity, and it's on purpose. This is a great meditation to do before a job interview. 5. Meditation. Heart healing and love activating. For this guided meditation, you can lie down or sit comfortably. Then close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. How the air comes in and out. How you're connected and interacting with the universe around you. Think about the sun. How it's always giving. How it allows life on earth. How it feeds the plants, feeds life. How it becomes nourishment, energy. Feel its warm, beautiful rays bathing the earth and helping to create life. Feel that it's a light of universal love. It's the love of the universe reaching the earth. Now feel this light reaching you. Feel now that this light of love connects with your heart. It relaxes it, opens it, and you accept it gladly. It activates your own feelings of love and your own light of love. Think about a moment, a child or a pet that activates loving feelings in you. Feel that feeling in your chest. Feel how it's relaxing, healing. Now imagine your own loving feelings as bright, beautiful orange light. Feel this light mixing with the golden light of the sun. Feel now that it's melting away any blocks in your heart. The light from your heart is powerful and protects you. There's no reason to hide it. There's no reason to enclose it. You allow it to shine. It's stronger than any barrier you try to raise. Feel how all barriers and blocks around your heart are being melted away, are disappearing. Feel how you have a powerful, protecting light coming from your chest. Feel now this light loosening knots in your chest. It's relaxing, loosening any knots, any blocks. They're all melting away. There's no need to fear, no need to try to protect your heart. Its own light is the best protection you can have. It casts away the shadows, casts away the fears, casts away the past hurt and pain. You allow your magnificent light to shine. This light is so powerful. It's a beacon in the world. Just by allowing this light to shine, you're improving the world. You feel happier, relaxed, and you're helping the world. Let this light do its work on your chest. It feels so much better now. Brilliant, unlocked, open, healed. Let this light shine. Now we're going to spread this light to the rest of the body. Feel it on your belly, how it feels brilliant, full of love. Then your hips. It relaxes your hips. Feel it down your legs, relaxing, illuminating them. Feel this amazing light on your feet. It allows your feet to receive the beautiful energy from the earth. Your feet relax. Let this light go up to your lower back. Feel it relaxing and loosening your tailbone. All the tensions, the knots are being dissolved. Feel it working its magic, love on your back. Feel connected to the love of your universe and to your love, and let it go up your spine. Feel this wonderful energy spreading to the muscles in your back. It casts away shadows, melts away knots, tensions. It permeates all the muscles with loving, brilliant light. You feel relaxed. Now feel it on your shoulders. Your shoulders become loving, brilliant. Let it go to your arms and hands. Your hands emit this brilliant, loving energy. They feel good. Let this energy go to your neck. Let it dissolve and heal any traces of anger and resentment. Feel how healing and purifying this light is. Your neck loosens, becomes relaxed. Now feel this energy on your throat. Feel it illuminating your vocal cords. Feel how it helps your communication to open up. Your voice is more loving, clear, pure. You communicate more easily. Feel this loving energy on your face now. Feel it relaxing and purifying your jaw. It loosens your jaw. Then feel it on your cheekbones, nose, then around your eyes. Feel this brilliant energy on the muscles around your eyes. They are being relaxed. Now feel this loving energy relaxing your forehead, relaxing the muscles. Feel now this energy on your entire face. Your skin becomes beautiful, brilliant, emitting loving light. Your face is in line with loving energy. It feels good. Now move this energy to your ears and scalp. Feel it penetrating your brain. Feel how your thoughts become clearer, more loving, more in line with universal love. Feel how this connection with the love from the universe is open. Feel then again the energy coming out of your scalp or the tips of your hair. Feel now how your entire body is brilliant. You feel safe, secure, loved. Feel how you're surrounded by beautiful, loving energy. It feels so good. Go back to your chest. Feel how it relaxes more and more. Feel how good it is to see how brilliant it is. See how the blocks and knots were melted away. Feel how you're brilliant. Feel how you're a beacon of love, of positive energy. Feel how this energy protects you. You feel so good. It feels so good to emit this loving energy. It feels good to feel this energy around you. Now, open your eyes. Throughout the day, feel that this energy is with you. Feel that you're brilliant, protected, attracting love and positive energies, and illuminating the world around you. 6. Appreciation and forgiveness. Most of us might have had negative experiences at work or school. It happens. Even then, carrying negative feelings towards these situations is not good for us. This is why it's good to look at the positives. People are human and people make mistakes, but we grow out of them and move forward. An even worse feeling is the lack of appreciation. I've had that in my life. I've had a job that, to be fair, had tons of issues. From the uncomfortable chairs to the unrealistic amount of work, it was problematic. That said, it was decently paid, close to my house, in my area of education, and it was great for my resume. I just took it for granted. Eventually, that branch of the company closed. Well, I was relieved. I would have time to look for another, better job since I had employment assistance and would earn a part of my salary. I could complement it with freelancing and part-time work and still make a living. But then after months and months and months, with some part-time work and working here and there, I found myself unemployed and out of unemployment assistance. Suddenly I had no source of income. I realized now that it was a learning experience, and I realized how ungrateful I had been when I had work and could pay my bills and buy whatever I wanted at the grocery store. I feel that this ungratefulness and lack of appreciation causes blocks in what you can attract. If anything, it tells your subconscious mind that you don't like having a job, or that it's not something important to you, not something you appreciate. It tells your mind that a job causes you only negative feelings. It's not a good message, is it? And I've seen more people who only complain about work or about their experiences, and I often see a negative impact from that. Having a job and being able to provide for yourself and your family is something good. Not all jobs are ideal, granted, but at the time for me, for example, if I wasn't getting another job, it meant that I should appreciate what I had. I didn't, but I should. Don't do the same. Look at your past experiences and appreciate them. Appreciate what you learned, what you earned, or even how it allowed you to gain experience. So now, I want you to do a simple exercise. List all your past work experiences. It can be volunteering too. If you've never worked before, you can think about school projects or even helping out at home. If you have too many work experiences, list only the 5 or 10 most recent ones. Think about each experience, then say, thank you. Thank you for. Find at least 2 reasons to thank each job. Together with your thanks, send that orange feeling of love. Feel appreciation for having had these experiences, for what you learned. When you start working again, appreciate it. It makes a difference. If you have a very, very negative experience about one of these jobs, try to do the heart healing exercise again, but focusing on that job. Feel a light of love curing the blocks and knots it caused you. This is forgiveness. You might think that you should do something like say, I forgive you for, but this will only bring up negative experiences and feelings. Focus on what was good, on what you learned, and on healing from any emotional trauma you might have had. Spend time now thinking about your past, about your jobs, and truly finding things to be thankful for. Appreciate the learning experiences you had. This will shift your energy and open you up for new opportunities. 7. You're so talented. It is time now to appreciate yourself. We're at a time of rapid changes. The world is changing. Jobs that existed 20 years ago no longer exist. There might be jobs in 10 years that don't exist yet. Have you considered how crazy this is? Some time ago, I worked as an interpreter in a conference about digital transformation. They talked about many things, but the employee profile was one of them. What they said was that since technology changes so much and so many new things come up all the time, hiring wasn't so much about the employee's skills, but about their attitudes, work ethics, etc. I was flabbergasted. My education is in English literature. I sometimes say jokingly or sometimes not jokingly that it's a useless degree. Sometimes I'll confess I looked back in my life and wondered if I shouldn't have chosen something more immediately useful. But here were these people talking about digital transformation and saying that what they wanted were transferable skills and soft skills. That meant my degree wasn't useless at all. And now you may be thinking, what does it matter to you? Especially if you have a more specific degree. You may be thinking how this talk about transferable skills applies to you. Well, you're talented and useful in so many more ways than you might realize. Not only your direct work-related skills matter, some of your other skills matter, and some of your skills might be interesting and might be something you can transfer to another area of knowledge. What I want you to do now is to list everything you're good at. You don't need to be the best at it. Average is good enough. Think about things you're good at, even if they're unrelated. If you can make awesome fried eggs, for example, that might mean you have some attention to detail. Maybe you drive well, play well. Maybe you're good at fixing things, at talking, at solving conflicts, organizing. Even things like telling good jokes, making people smile, being kind. Make a list. If you can keep this list in writing somewhere, even better. If you're lazy or in a hurry and just want to think about it, it's fine. Feel appreciation for what you can do, for how you can help people, for how you can express your talents. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the ways you can contribute to a job, help other people. Appreciate them and keep them in mind. Use this knowledge to valorize yourself, to know you're capable, and to know you can attract good opportunities. We'll use it in our next visualization, which will help you feel that there is an abundance of opportunities and that there's a place for you. 8. You're bright like a star. This is a meditation to help you feel confident about your abilities and your possibilities of attracting a good job. Sit down or lie down comfortably. If you're sitting down, put the palms of your hands up. Breathe in slowly. Feel the air in and out. You feel relaxed. Now, think about the sun as prosperity and love. It gives energy and life to the earth. This giving is an act of love. Feel the rays of the sun reaching the earth, reaching you. Feel that you're provided for, that you're loved. Feel this loving energy around you. Now, activate your own loving memory in your heart, your beautiful orange light of love. Feel those lights mingling. Feel the power of this brilliant light. Now think about you as a professional, as someone who can contribute to society. Think about some of your talents. Feel that you can spread your love through these talents, through your work. Feel that you can illuminate the world around you. Feel that you can be a sun too, spreading love and prosperity. Feel that. Feel your love becoming light. Feel like your work can be love, how it can be good, help other people achieve prosperity, or help other people find what they want, etc. See yourself as a sun. See yourself as brilliant. Now imagine the Milky Way galaxy. It has more than 200 billion stars. It's more than you can imagine. So many suns, so many, so many. Imagine you're a star now. You are brilliant. You can illuminate the world around you. You can spread love, and there's a place for you. The universe is much, much bigger than we can comprehend. There's just so much more than what we see. And there's a place for everyone to shine. Feel that you're brilliant, that you're a star. Feel that you're like the sun, so powerful, and you have found your place. Feel fulfilled, knowing you're spreading your love, knowing at least some of your talents are being useful, meaningful. Feel calm knowing that there's a place for everyone. Open your eyes. Feel how brilliant you still are. Feel how you're still emitting love. Feel how good it is. Feel calm in the certainty that you've found your place, that you can be useful. Use your talents. It feels good. 9. Finding opportunities. All right. So if you've done all of the previous exercises, you're in a much better state of mind to start looking for opportunities. If you're coming back to this book after a long time, or if you skipped straight here, go back and do some of the previous exercises. You need to be in the right state of mind. So the first step in finding opportunities might be going to job search sites, entering your job and looking at the results. I think this is a good thing to do. When you're looking for work every day, look at opportunities for the kind of work you're looking for. Another way to do it is to find companies that could hire you. Go to their website, see if there's a career section, and then email them. Another great idea is to actually print those resumes and go visit companies where you think you'd like to work. Few people do this, and it can make a difference. Just go there and leave your resume. It won't hurt. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get an interview right away. A long time ago, I worked in the production of a TV show. A viewer came and brought his resume for an internship. I didn't do anything other than put it on the table of the person responsible for hiring interns. He was hired. And you may think that he would have had the same odds had he emailed his resume. Well, not really. Emailed resumes went to HR, and I don't know if they emailed them to the internship coordinator. Then, even if they did email the resumes, I'm not sure if she looked at them. The way I did it, the resume was on her desk. It got the guy hired. It could work for you too. Of course, don't go out of your way to go everywhere and give resumes in person, and don't mail resumes. Do it if it's convenient. Another way to find opportunities is to talk to people. Ask your friends if they know anything post on social media, etc. This can be another case where someone can put your resume in front of the right person and it can make a difference. Don't be shy. People like to help and to feel useful. Until now, we were just talking about how to find opportunities for your job. But there's another thing you can do. Expand your search. Remember when you listed your skills? Are you sure you're looking at all the opportunities you can have? Are you sure there aren't other jobs that you could apply for? This is a more complex step. It involves thinking about your skills and how they relate to many different types of jobs. Maybe you're missing opportunities because you're focused only on one specific job. Try to open your mind. If there's a job that you think you'd like to do and you're capable of doing it, apply for it. The worst that can happen is getting a no. Sometimes you need more thought. If you're still not sure what to apply for, sometimes you can ask for guidance. There are associations that can help you. You can also ask before sleeping to come up with an answer to more types of jobs you can apply for. Opening up the range of what you can do can sometimes change your life. Sometimes there are a couple more skills you might need. Brush up on them. Nowadays, there's so many online courses, tutorials, free videos. You can learn many things for free. If you find that there's a type of job that you'd like to have and you're missing a specific skill, maybe you can acquire it. If it's a matter of professional training, that's a different thing. But sometimes you can improve small skills and knowledge gaps at home. If you're not sure in which direction to look or what kind of other occupation you can have, look at the job postings website without searching for a specific job and check the common openings. See for what kind of jobs they're hiring. Maybe it's something you can do. Opening up to different opportunities might make a difference. For people who've been looking for work for a long time, this can be the one factor that makes all the difference. Now you may say, well, that's fine for people who just want a job. I want a specific job. Well, that's fine too. And it all depends on how much you need to find work right away, or if you can wait. Either way, try to be open and flexible. Sometimes we think that focusing on one company is good, taking the law of attraction into consideration, but we might be limiting ourselves and limiting our possibilities. Maybe you want a specific job, but perhaps it could be a variation of that job in a slightly different company, or something of the sort. The world is changing, and being adaptable can be helpful. The universe might know better what you want and what you need. So being open to opportunities will allow it to match you with the job that is really ideal for you, the job that will end up being your dream job. Speaking of being adaptable, can you consider working in another city? If you can't, it's fine. If you can, why not? You can also consider working remotely. All I am saying is that opening your mind to the type of work you can find may help you get a job faster. It doesn't need to be a worse job. It could be a new area or new type of company that you'll end up loving. Remember that you're aligning yourself with loving energy and prosperity, so you'll end up attracting work in a nice place where you can be prosperous. It's important to apply for a lot of jobs. It's a matter of finding a good match and giving the universe a chance to find the right opportunity for you. So apply for many jobs, and don't worry if you're not always called for an interview. Your opportunity is out there, and it will find you. Companies need good employees too. I also have an exercise to help you find great opportunities. It's a visualization, and that's one reason why you should open to different opportunities, to allow the universe to find the best opportunity for it, so that you don't limit it. 10. Visualization to attract opportunities. This visualization must be done while sitting down with palms up. Breathe slowly. Feel your breath and how it's slow and relaxing. Feel how you're connected to the universe. The energy and love from the universe are coming in and out of you. You feel good, provided for. Now think about all your talents, all the ways you can help other people, help a company. Think about your loving light. Feel this light from your chest. Feel your heart opening. Feel this light being bright, illuminating the world around you. Now feel that this light is a magnet. Feel that people who can use your talents are being drawn to you. Feel that you're being drawn to the right opportunity for you. Feel this love in your chest expanding. Feel this opportunity drawing you in. See yourself working, contributing to the world. See yourself being paid. Feel how happy you are. You are productive. You are useful. You feel good. Feel yourself being appreciated. See how an employer is happy to have you. Feel how good this is. Involve this vision in your loving light and the golden prosperity light. You feel competent, appreciated, useful, helpful. You love the opportunity to spread love and kindness, to work with other people. You feel good. Feel your light shining brightly. Open your eyes. Feel how brilliant you still are. Feel joy and comfort in shining this light. 11. Writing resumes. Yay! We're getting to a useful part of the book. Or boring part, if you know it already. But stick around, and there's useful information here for everyone. Now, really, before you get to this part, please do all the previous exercises. You need to be in a good state of mind. If you already have a resume, please revise it. See if it reflects your new positive vibrations. If you're not good at writing resumes, there are lots of guides on how to write them, and it's a good idea to check them out. The information here is meant to complement them. The first thing to consider is to make a resume for each type of job you're looking for. If they're all similar, it's fine to have only one resume, and you don't usually need to state the objective in North America, but check the specifications for the area you live. That said, let's say, if you're looking for a job in administration or a job teaching, by all means, have 2 different resumes emphasizing the skills necessary for each type of job. In my last job search, I had 4 different types of resumes for different types of positions. It doesn't take that long to adapt each of them, and it can make a huge difference. Nowadays, people use a section called Summary. It goes on top of your resume with your main skills and qualifications. Use it. Have some 4 or 5 bullet points with your skills. Don't make them too generic. You can list some soft skills like good conflict resolution skills, sensitivity to diversity, etc. Make them short so that the recruiter can see them quickly without having to go through the rest of the text. When you list your jobs below them, list some 3 points with acquired skills or achievements. Here you need to think about transferable skills. Don't just list what you did, but list things that can be useful for other types of jobs. If you have experience as a cashier, for example, list how you had to communicate with customers politely. If you had to close the cash and submit reports, list that and mention attention to detail, etc. Think about how even the most simple experiences allowed you to learn new skills, show that you're responsible, etc. If you've never written a resume before or haven't written in a long time, you can often find some agencies or departments in your school that can help you. The rule is to show your skills. Never underestimate any experience as being insignificant, and never sell yourself short. When you finish writing your resume, visualize it being involved in your orange light of love and in the golden light of prosperity. See it as brilliant and magnetic. This makes a difference. 12. Writing cover letters. This one can be annoying, right? Especially if you apply for tons of jobs. But it's important. It's fine to have a general model and adapt it, but please make sure your letter sounds like a human being writing to another human being, not a soulless template. A person is going to open it, and remember that they want to hire a person, ideally a nice person they'd like to work with. It doesn't mean your letter should be informal. For some jobs, just the body of the email is enough, but you still want it to shine. The normal guidelines are to write 3 paragraphs. Why the position in the company? Why you? Let's meet. Paragraph 1 should be adapted to the company or position, and you shouldn't be generic. Explain why you're interested in that position and why you think you're good for it. Paragraph 2 is where you talk about yourself and list your skills and experiences. Don't be afraid to use it to explain how some unrelated experiences can be useful, or to better explain why you're qualified. This part can be 2 paragraphs, but don't make it too long. In part 3, you say you'd love an opportunity for an interview, yada yada. Again, there are many models of letters online. Look at them. Never just use a generic model, though. This is your chance to explain who you are as a person. Take your time adapting the letter for each position you apply. Yes, it takes time, but it might be your future job. Once this is done, it's time to send your application. But rather than just doing it, I have a visualization for that, which we'll do next. 13. Visualization when you apply for a job. All right, so you have your cover letter, CV, and you're ready to hit send. Wait. Let's do a visualization first. Close your eyes and pay attention to the slow rhythm of your breath. You feel calm, connected to the universe, breathing in and out. Feel the air circulating in your lungs. Feel calm. Feel the prosperous light of the sun illuminating you. Feel prosperous, provided for, protected. Feel this light relaxing you, involving you. Now breathe this golden light. Feel it in and out. Now open your heart and let your light of love shine. Feel it being activated with the golden, prosperous light of the sun. Feel a deep feeling of love, of connection. Feel this love expanding, this beautiful feeling turned into gorgeous, powerful light. Feel how it represents love for humanity, love for others, love to contribute to the world. See this light as magnetic, powerful, loving, with the power of the sun, power of the universe. Now imbue your cover letter and resume with these lights. If it's an email or online application, it's just energy, right? Being sent online, it means you can add more energy to it. It means you can transform and mold its energy. If it's paper, you can imbue the paper with light. Feel how your resume and cover letter are brilliant, magnetic, attractive. Feel that the person who reads them receives this loving, brilliant light. Feel how they feel good, involved, and surrounded in that light. Feel how your resume and cover letter are magnetic, attract attention. If they are printed, they are brilliant. Feel how the people who read them are drawn to your brilliant light, to your brilliant skills. See how they want you to work for them. Feel this energy in the documents you send. See the person receiving them feeling joy to find you, joy in finding your brilliant energy. Feel happy that you're sending love and joy. Open your eyes. See this light of love on your email and hit send. The energy has been put in motion. Now, forget about it and trust the universe to do its work. 14. Acing a job interview. If you've followed all the steps to here, and if you've sent at least 10 applications, you're definitely on the way to an interview. If not, you need to work on maybe diversifying the type of job you apply to, or improving your cover letter and resume. Before the interview, it's a good idea to read a little about the company. Go on the company's website, check it out. You don't need to become an expert, but it's good to have a general notion. Before the interview, do the heart healing meditation and your bright like a star meditation. Check again the job posting and the skills required. List to yourself your skills that might be useful and the relevant job, school, or life experience. Don't work too hard on it, or you may want to show off at the interview, and that's not something you want to do. When you arrive at the place of the interview, see yourself surrounded in loving light and prosperity light. Involve everyone you interact with in that light. This is very good because it will take the focus out of yourself. Something else you need to do is find at least 2 compliments to make for every person and make them mentally. Don't say them out loud because it could sound fake or even creepy. Just think and be genuine about it. Nice shirt, nice hair, nice office, etc. Find at least 2 compliments for each person and 2 things about the place. This is a very good technique because we usually feel nervous thinking we're some sort of center of the universe. We get so focused on what people are thinking about us that we forget to look outward and interact. By focusing on the people and on thinking nice thoughts, we don't stress so much about ourselves and we seem nicer. Involving people in loving light will help with that too. When you talk to them, remember, you're talking to people who want to hire you. Be honest, authentic, and don't try to be perfect or answer everything perfectly. Your energy is more important than your answers, and you worked on your energy. If they ask you about difficult situations, focus on how you learned from them or how you solved them. If they ask the dreaded question about your flaws, think about something that is true, but that won't impact the job. I usually say I'm messy with my personal belongings. It's true and it's fine. You can say something about your personality or something you're improving. Don't try to seem perfect. Real people are not perfect, and remember, they want a real, nice, pleasant person with good work ethics. They don't want to know it all. Show that you're willing to learn, willing to work with other people, willing to do your best and help the company or the team grow. Don't stress out. It's possible that in some cases you still don't get hired, but if you caused a good impression, they might consider you again in the future. Maybe it's not the job for you. Either way, the more interviews you do, the more you learn, and the better you get. Appreciate the chance and the opportunity. One last technique you can do when you're leaving the place is to see yourself working there. As you go home, imagine the interviewer deciding to hire you. That said, I don't really like to do this because not all jobs are the right ones for us. This type of mental work could cause you to get a job that isn't the right one for you. That said, it's an efficient technique. Finally, always think about the people who interviewed you and the place in loving terms, even if they end up not hiring you. Sometimes it's about finding the best match, and again, maybe it's not the best place for you. 15. After you get a job. When you start a new job, you shouldn't stop working on your vibration. Do your heart healing meditation. Come to work every morning and appreciate it. Involve your office in loving energy. Involve your colleagues and superiors in loving energy. Remember that they're all people like you with flaws and fears. Do the "you're bright like a star" meditation and see your work being recognized. If you decide you'd like to have a promotion, visualize yourself doing the new job. If there's an application form for a promotion, use the same care for this new application and send your loving energy. If you ever feel that you're not being appreciated, do the heart healing meditation. Visualize your boss or colleagues surrounded by love. Send them your loving orange energy. Appreciate them and what they do. This will already open up a better energy. Finally, visualize them appreciating you. These little things can help you a lot. Other than that, being kind always helps. If you would like a new job, repeat the whole process, but appreciate the current job while you're at it.